All right, let's talk about boundaries. This is a topic that comes up quite a bit and seems like something that a lot of people struggle with, and they recognize that in themselves. So one of the first things to recognize about the trouble with setting boundaries is that it's not just a method, but it's something you have to really rewire in your system, nervous system inside, because deep down it's a method of people pleasing in order to try to gain acceptance or be loved, to make sure you're safe. And so the failure to set boundaries is really a failure to, it's an abandoning of yourself, okay? It's to say that other people's needs matter more than yours, or that in order to be safe, they must be happy. And so we need to recognize that, number one, okay? So there's, typically this started in early childhood somehow along the way in your family system, growing up, things like that. You learned that you needed to do things to be accepted, to be safe. And so now you have trouble. You've carried this into relationships, you've carried this into the workplace, and it can be very challenging for you to set a boundary. You don't normally do it, you just normally try to please, okay? So the first thing is recognizing that's a pattern. Recognizing that it runs on autopilot within you, and that you are gonna have to be intentional in order to change this. So the first step is to understand that it started long ago and it's impacting you now, and you need to recognize it when it's occurring. So when someone prompts you, when someone asks you to do something, when someone tries to overextend you, the first thing to do is to recognize that. You're gonna feel something in your body, to recognize that you don't feel comfortable, that you feel a reaction, that you feel your heart race, something. There's gonna be just, it's gonna rise up within you. And instead of saying, yes, now is the moment to pause, to stop, to slow down, to not make any fast decisions. That pausing, that slowing down helps to break the hold of that trigger and give you the time and the space to think through what's going on, to slow down, and to choose wisely instead, okay? And to recognize that by choosing wisely, choosing yourself, choosing to set a boundary, saying, I don't have time for this, I don't want to do that, that doesn't fit, that's too much, that you are honoring yourself, that you are honoring who you are, and it's okay to put yourself in that position, and that you matter, okay? It's about recognizing your worth is not about what you do or about people pleasing, but recognizing you just have value innately, and that it's okay for you to set a limit on what you can and can't do. That's a boundary. It's about you taking care of yourself.